played at a very green, grassy, beautiful, lovely, soft surface of North Sydney Oval. Frank, you used to play on this ground in the days gone by. Was it ever a good ground?
Every bit of green you see is where I've bled.
all the fertiliser over the years. A couple of very good performances in this match with that young Spina. I think he's the most damaging player on the field in the tape that I saw. He made any fast burst, was a top player. His try after a great break from McKinnon and Brockwell was an absolute gem. The Eels got back into the game with a try to hunt from a Taylor bomb, but they had been comprehensively outplayed in the first half by a tireless and skillful Bears team. I use those two adjectives advisedly. Parramatta's eventual win was sealed only by a bit of sustained handling we're able to put together, and this is it coming up now as Taylor finally gets the pass away to hunt for him to go in for his second try. Let me just reiterate, watching the tape, the full tape of this game on two occasions, I clearly come away with the opinion that Norths were the better team.
They're magic in the wet. They just seem to pick themselves right up. I don't know if it's psychologically or what. But
they can pick themselves up, and another team lets them feathers get a bit wet, don't they, for Manly?
And you'd be always happy when North Sydney did well, being an old North Sydneyanian?
As a matter of fact, I think they'd be much happier with the 2 points and being the worst side than losing the 2 points and being the better side.
They've always had that great ability to lose a game, haven't they?
That's right.
Out of the game, we had some interviews that Barry Ross did, and John Hayes, the coach of, I must say, the long-suffering coach, I shouldn't say that, but he may be that way before the end of the year. John Hayes was asked if he was disappointed that Norths played so well and didn't get the points, and the fact that his forwards dominated in the wet conditions. He had this to say.
Barry, unfortunately, that's the only thing you get paid for is winning, and we're very pleased with the players' effort, but very disappointed in the end result naturally.
Well, in the conditions, your forwards, I felt, dominated the play.
Well, that's been our problem. The forwards haven't been playing particularly well. We haven't had a lot of luck. We've lost a key forward every game early in the match. Today we had our full pack in, or the best pack we can put on the field at the present time, and I thought they were magnificent. I was very pleased and not disappointed in one forward or one player for that matter.
Mark Graham, who's been out, had his injury problems this year, was asked about playing against Penrith today and whether he was over those injury problems.
Well, yeah, they're a very good side, and I hear they beat Manly, so, we're expecting another hard encounter. Let's hope we can get the 2 points this time.
And what about your injury problem? You're over that now and you're back in the North Sydney side?
I hope so, yeah. 2 years with North so far. I've played 50 games, and this season, I've only played half of one and then the whole one today.
That's right. Mitchell Cox is probably a player that's received more criticism than most this year in various areas, and Barry had a yarn with him about his problems.
Yeah, well, I'm only 1 in 13 players, and the team hasn't been performing that well. But today, they stuck to their guns. They tackled real well. They, played very well, and therefore I'm playing better myself.
Is there any justification in people criticising you, saying you've lost some speed from last year?
Well, I don't think so. I've put on a bit of weight, and maybe I have lost a bit of speed, but I don't think I've lost my form. Maybe I've lost a bit of pace, but I don't think I've lost that much form.
He's up to about 11 stone now. I guess he put on a bit of weight. Neil Hunt, who was the scorer of 2 tries on the wing for Parramatta, was asked about the reasonable handling from both sides in such bad conditions and how well Norths had played.
Yeah, it was, the ball wasn't too bad early, but near the end it was so slippery. It was unbelievable. Mick Cronin, he was just running with the ball and he scored it. It was just like a cake of soap.
And North Sydney, they played very well to really put the pressure on you guys today.
They're a good team. They'll worry a lot of teams. Like last week down at Canberra, anyone's going to get the struggle against Canberra down at their home ground. But, under these conditions today, they played real well.
And another one, the enigmatic Jack Gibson was asked why he switched Ella and Kenny. Listen to this.
Well, Brett wasn't playing any good at fullback. That's why I switched him.
And when Steve went to fullback, he was allowed to come into the back line when you had the ball and be back in these terrible conditions when they had the ball.
Well, I wanted some more action from in that area, and he was puckering around there trying to dodge raindrops.
No comment. Ray Price was asked if they missed Peter Sterling at halfback.
Well, yeah, we did miss a little bit of organisation there, but Paulie Taylor went well. I don't really think it was that position that we missed. I think everyone was just reluctant to do their job. I don't know if the weather is an equaliser. I don't care who it is. Remember last year we flogged Eastern Suburbs in the wet weather. But, it is... I really believe weather is an equaliser. Norths played very well.